If you want to keep these programs, no program is free. So
well, why are we trying to balance a budget in the City of Toronto, an operating budget of $9-point-something billion on the backs of kids? Am I being extreme in saying that, Shelley?
Again, Dale, we are sitting on top of a huge surplus. We're sitting on top of $140 million and counting. That was as of June 30th. We're about to sell N-Wave. That'll put another hundreds of millions on top of it. And we're just going to sit on that. Now, I'm all for fiscal responsibility. We could just put that in a bank account. And the interest, just the interest they will earn in a conventional bank account would save the student nutrition program and probably a percentage of all the cuts that these three residents have come to talk about. So we're not talking about being irresponsible. We're just saying we have to sit down and we have to talk about this. This budget has been built somewhat ideologically. We have a cluster A set of services that are the community and soft services, and every one of them in real dollars, in actual cash, has been cut. We have cluster B services, the hard services, technical services, transportation services. Every one of them in real terms, real cash has gone up. Transportation by $32 million, even as it cuts its sidewalk clearing in North York.
But isn't it fair to say of this whole process?
Lastly, internal services.
You're burying us in the numbers here.
Well, no, but listen to this. Internal services, even the chief financial officer will have $1 million more in his office next year, and we're closing a shelter to save less than that.
I was trying to go back and see if there's any positive spin that can be put on this in terms of the whole process. We came into this saying there has to be more discipline exercised in how we spend the public dollar in Toronto. Have we done anything positive on some aspects of that in the beginning?
But Dale, every year there was discipline.
Yes or no? No?
The discipline was already there. A budget that creates $350 million in surplus and serves the needs that these people have discussed about.
So all this effort has been for naught? Is that what you're saying?
Must have had some. All of this has been to prove that some messaging that was made up was somehow true.
So we're not really spending public dollars any more efficiently after all of this process than we were before. Is that what you're saying?
They were efficient to begin with, but they were meeting needs that Torontonians have told us for the last 2 days they want met.
But Shelley, those numbers that you're quoting may be accurate, but in comparison to other municipalities across Ontario, we do subsidize things that other municipalities don't.
Well, so what?
There are municipalities that deal with downloading. There are municipalities that deal with all the same costs.
No, only we deal with downloading. Other municipalities were excused from pooling funds and giving them to Toronto where the poverty was years before the uploading of the cash back into the city began. And we are still waiting for the uploading program to be completed. We are still paying for programs like Ontario Works, Ontario this, Ontario that. Why are we paying for programs with the word Ontario at the front with property taxes? Property taxes aren't designed for that. They're just not. We still have those parasite types of things gradually being corrected through phasing, while the other municipalities in Ontario, every other one was excused in 1 year.
Let me stop you there. We have to take a break. We'll come back. We got a full board of callers here. Let's see what they have to say.